Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to this video. So in the previous video, I was telling you about performance evaluation and control process, and why it is important. Performance evaluation is high much essential to evaluate the employees in an organization, whether it may be a large scale organization or small scale organization. Evaluation of employee performance is highly essential. So now in this video continuation of the previous topic, let us see some of the points related to performance evaluation. So in the previous video, I was stopped with the promotion and demotion. So after performance appraisal, the employee will be given promotion or employees are depromoted. So promotion is, next level from the current position, and demotion is the lower level from the current position. So another concept is transfer and separation. This promotion and demotion is connected with the transfer. So transfer is the reassignment of employee to a job with a similar pay, status, duties and responsibility. So if the transfer is not connected with the performance evaluation, performance appraisal. So simply if you talk about transfer, it is merely movement of employee from one place to another place, one department to another department, and one section to another section, irrespective of their pay, status, duties and responsibilities. So there won't be any change in these information, that is pay, status, duties and responsibilities. So your transfer implies a lateral movement of an employee in the hierarchy of positions with the same pay and status. So transfer may be either company initiated or employee initiated. So in fact, a transfer is change in job assignment. It may also involve a promotion, demotion, or no change at all in the status of the responsibility, status and the responsibility. So transfer from one job to another job may be either permanent or temporary. So temporary transfers may be due to temporary absenteeism. Say in a particular department, say for example, a female employee is on maternity leave. So we need to fill the vacant. So just for 4 months, you cannot recruit people. So in order to balance those employee vacants temporarily, another employee is replaced to that particular position. Or else say in another way, an employee met with an accident or due to his personal functions, festivals, marriage. So the employee is an absent for 10 days or 15 days. So in that case, for that particular temporary absent for temporary period, we cannot recruit people. So that's why the employee from another department, another section, another role is transferred to fill the absenteeism. So that is the temporary transfer. And also shifts in workload, vacation. So these are all comes under temporary transfers. And permanent transfer may be due to shifts in workload. Vacancies require the special skill of the transferred employee, ill health of the employee. See, the employee permanently, say for example, due to accident, maybe he cannot walk, right? So he can do any job in a place as a sit and he can do. So in that case, the supervisor job needs a permanent role. So in that cases, permanent transfer also can be done. And another thing is separation. So there are two kinds of separation, voluntary and involuntary. So before going the types of separation, let us see what is separation. So employee separation occurs when employee cease to be a member of an organization and the agreement between the employee and employer comes to an end. Say, for example, maybe we can take contract labor, contract employees, and all. So, the contract may be a period of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. When if the tenure gets over, they'll be relieved from the job. That is the separation. So, in this case, employee decide to leave the organization or the organization asks the employee to leave. So both the ways. So reasons for employee separation are voluntary or involuntary. So in the former, initiation for separation is taken by the employee himself or herself. So that is the voluntary separation. And where the employer initiates to the separate an employee, it becomes involuntary. So voluntary separation is like a employee quits his job, that is relief from the job and retirement. So this comes at voluntary. Involuntary separation is discharges, layoff, retrenchment and VRS. So these are in these cases employer forced the employee to separate from the organization. And so the promotion, demotion, transfer, all the things creates effect in the job role. So these are all, the job changes outcome of this promotion, demotion, transfer, separation. So job change is a revision to an employee's existing job description that does not represent a new position for the employee and is not a promotion. So job descriptions can regularly be updated to reflect duties the employee is expected to perform to meet the work needs of the department. So mobility of the employees from one job to another through transfer, promotion and demotion is internal mobility. And some employees leave the organization due to resignation or retirement, and termination is called external mobility. So taking internal and external together makes job change. So there are few implications of the job change. That is, the employee get new opportunity and employee compensation plans gets changed. Say for example, so there may be when the employee joins the organization, so the compensation benefit is, that is the medical insurance is given by the organization. So after, due to their planning, the change in the planning, that benefits gets stopped. So the employee may go for job change. And increasing obsolescence, so that is the employee gets he's not getting any opportunity to improve himself or herself, no technology adaptation. So he seems to be very bored the present working job. So he goes for job change. And changing work situations, low compensation, bad boss, and no recognition. So these are all few implications of job change. And control process is highly essential. So after the performance appraisal, so everything is settled down. So even then it has to be controlled. So promotion, demotion, job transfer, separations, whatever may be the action taken by the performance evaluation, everything has to be in control. So control is comparison between the expected and the actual. If there is a deviation, we need to take measures to avoid the deviation, right? So the control process is important function of controlling is to compare actual performance with expected results. This in turn helps managers understand where they are lagging and how they can improve their performances. Using this knowledge, managers can use all available resources optimally and prevent their wastages. There are different kinds of control process: feedback control, concurrent control, predictive feed forward control, behavioral control, financial and non-financial controls. So feedback control is this process involves collecting the information on which the task is being finished, then assessing that information and improvising the same tasks in the future. And concurrent control, it is also known as real-time control. It investigates and corrects any problems before any losses arising. And predictive feed-forward control is this type of control assists in the early detection of problems. So as a result, proactive efforts can be done to avoid a situation like this in the future. And behavioral control. So this is a direct assessment of managerial and staff decision making rather than the consequences of those decisions. Behavioral control, for example, sets incentives for a wide range of criteria and balanced scorecard. Financial and non-financial controls. So in this type of control process, financial controls refer to how a firm manages its cost and spending to stay within budgetary limits. Non-financial control refers to how a company manages its cost and expenses to stay within budgetary constraints. So in order to control the employee performance and in organization, they has to follow any one of these method. And we need requirement for effective control system, that is feedback, and control must be objective, prompt reporting of deviations, control should be forward looking, flexible control, hierarchical suitability, economical control, strategic control points. These are all the few components relates required for effective control system. And any organization, so whether the boss may be a superior and very good boss, even then employees will have grievances. So what is a grievance? So grievance is a complaint raised by the employee to the management regarding dissatisfaction towards work environment, economic reason, HR policy, lack of work satisfaction, overworked or exertion, getting along with peer, etc. So these are all the complaints raised by the employee. So what could be the reason for this? So this may be economic, work environment, supervision, organizational change, employee relations, miscellaneous. These are all various reasons for grievances. So grievances have to be redressed. So grievances redressal manages employees' dissatisfaction or complaints by establishing formal grievances handling procedure, so that provides a safe environment for the employees to raise their concern. So these are all different kinds of technique. So open door policy, active listening, immediate acknowledgement, formal investigation, mediation, anonymous reporting channel, root cause analysis, follow-up feedback, documentation, escalation procedure, training and workshop, third party arbitration. So there's plenty of grievances techniques need not to be followed by all the organization. So it depends on the organization strength, it depends on the skill of the HR and the relationship between the management and employee. They can choose relevant grievances handling technique. So if the management does not resolve the grievances of an employee, so the organization may not go in a right direction. So it is highly essential to appraise, to evaluate the performance appraisal, and the benefit have to be given equivalently. If they have any grievances, that has to be addressed well in advance, or else that has to be addressed very well. Right, so with this let me close this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.